Hey guys, it's Blair here, and I'm going to do a video about my prompt system. I mentioned this in my previous video on NaNoWriMo survival kits, all my kits and plans for NaNoWriMo, and I'm going to go through what I use and what I need to come back to usually when I'm doing NaNoWriMo and what I have set up to help me with my success in reaching 50,000 words. I believe I have completed at least 3 or 4 NaNoWriMos, and usually if I'm on a roll I can usually finish the novel in 10 days or 2 weeks, depends on what my life circumstances have been like, and that is primarily down to this system alone. So I showed you a little bit about the system in my previous video. I'm going to just show you again and give you kind of an outline of how I'm using it this year to promote, inspire and motivate myself, and hopefully you guys as well. So P.R.O.M.P.T.S actually stands for these 7 topics, 7 areas that you can focus on when you are outlining, planning. They're a really great way to actually start the day as well, which I'm finding too a great way to start the day. You can either pick one of them, or you can pick all of them and write about them, or just pick one and delve into it. So as you can see here, this is my wonderful drawing. P.R.O.M.P.T.S actually stands for Prompts, Reading and Rewards, Outline, Music, Prompts, and Stationery. Now it used to have a 7 component that was T, and that's today. And I put that down the bottom because I think that that element really needs to be an integral part of all your day. So it says today, we focus on today. So when we're doing our novel, we're writing our novel, of course we want to be thinking about like the progress and how we're moving along, but ultimately we want to be in a position of now. Like today we are writing this, you know, tomorrow we'll focus on tomorrow, today we'll focus on today. So what I'm going to be suggesting to do this November, especially with the T part of P.R.O.M.P.T.S, is to pick a focus goal and pick 3 ways that you can achieve that goal. So for example, I know one of the primary goals I have for this November, especially during the start of November, is to get my character out of the town that they're in. So kind of just moving that character out of the town that they're in at the moment. And so that's going to be my focus goal. And then I'm going to just sort of brainstorm 3 ideas about how I can get that character out of it. Can I get them out of it with a train? Can I get them out of it with a plane? Can I get them out of it by people crashing in and, you know, kidnapping them or something like that? There are 3 different ways that I can get my character from point A to point B. Or you could just be focusing on, you know, how is my character going to go about doing that mentally. The process of, you know, packing her bags, catching a train, saying goodbye to the people that she loves. So it's going to those 3 focus areas and moving that scene forward, but also giving you guys a little bit of direction, and me a little bit of direction of how to go about sort of constructing the scene without having like the power of creativity I guess taken away. So then if we start from the start, we've got partners. Partners is the first one, not prompts, partners. Partners is, for me, a very important part of NaNoWriMo. Even if you have one partner, you know, that one partner can motivate you. Even if you just sign up for a forum, or I'm sure we've all joined the NaNoWriMo site, and you can click on an area which you can join up. I definitely recommend doing that. Now, what I've done with this system is I've also created a blank system as well. So they're all color coded and done up really nicely, and you know, my usual style, willy-nilly. And I thought that you could also, if you're not really like a visual person on paper, or you don't like circles, you could use grids or triangles, or as I'm going to do as well, I'm actually going to use Scrivener to do this as well, and my notebooks. So what you want to do in each part of this, like, you know, this circle, what do you want to call it, pie, is a great way to start your day is to look at a part especially when you're starting off, to look at a part and go, okay, music. And what you can do in this little part here is just, brainstorm what kind of music you want to listen to today, or what music would be really helpful for the scene. Yeah, in, writing groups or partners, you could write, okay, my goal or my idea for this is to, find a partner who is writing a science fiction book. Or you could just say, ask questions in group about writing science fiction. Or, if you have any questions that you think you might want to ask somebody or ask a friend, family member. This can also really help to, if you're trying to get up the courage to tell people that you're doing NaNoWriMo as well, you can just jot down a couple of, what do you call them? Oh my god. Affirmations, that's right, affirmations like, I am doing NaNoWriMo and this is very important to me. So you can write these happy affirmations in your partner's thing, so when you come across someone, say like your wife or husband or kids or whatever, you can say, I am doing this because it's important to me, and you've got it right there so you can remember it. Okay. Stationery. Again, with the stationery, it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think this box will be completely filled up. For me, stationery is just a fun thing, so, at the end of the day, I like to look at stationery and, I don't know, it's kind of like a wish list kind of thing, but you might want to make note as well of, like, the stationery you need to get, or if you run low on anything, or if you're watching a video and you're like, oh, this would be really good for NaNoWriMo, or you want to just write about, like, how much you love stationery, or how it's going to play a part in your novel. Again, that part is not so integral to the entire thing, but as I've got here, stationery is part of my rewards, my treat system, and it kind of connects me with that writing gene, I guess you could say. Writing love, fascination, really. Prompts is the biggest one, because my prompt system started out as a prompt, pretty much. And so in my prompts here, I've got handwritten online book challenges, write-ins, online and offline. So what you can do, and I know it's a really small one, really it should have been a big one, but at the start of every day, or even at the night, like at the end of the night, or whenever you find a prompt, it could be a word, quote, whatever, just, just write it down in that little box there, or little triangle. And when you come into your computer the next day, or you're struggling to do something, spend 10 minutes writing about that prompt. It might actually either further your novel, or if you're having trouble with your novel but you just want to have a bit of fun and still be writing, I really definitely recommend taking 5 to 10 minutes to write about that prompt, because it's going to get your juices flowing, it's going to give you an idea, and you never know how it might jumpstart you back into your story. Now, I'm going to be doing, like I mentioned before, a very different and unique turn on prompts and guidance in my videos, which I'm going to be doing a video on this after this video. So definitely check out that, and there's all variety of kinds of prompts. There's online, there's like pictures, quotes, words, and this is where, again, your writing partners can really come in handy. You can kind of swap things as well. Something I really like doing is saying, okay, let's give each other a word we have to use, or let's give each other a scene or a place, or a song that we have to listen to and write to, or have to, sorry, that's a really, really bad word for that kind of area. You just want to think about inspiration. That's connecting with yourself too. So being able to self-motivate during November is really important, especially if you do have work and study and partners as well. I definitely feel that this wheel is definitely going to help you guys, because you'll have a little bit of oomph, you'll have a little bit of drive. It kind of gives also the people that are the pantsers a little bit of leeway, I guess you can say, because you haven't plotted out the whole novel, but you have something to jumpstart you guys. So, reading and rewards. It is really important while you are doing Nano to continue reading, but also to read other things as well. I do find that fiction really is good, but I also like reading non-fiction as well. While I am doing my novel writing, I don't research it much, but I do like to read articles about writing, or interesting information about science, because I'm writing science fiction. Or if you don't really feel like reading that article or whatever that day, write it down, just a message in your reading thing. So like, or if someone recommends a book or something like that, you can go, okay, say, I've got the Writer's Retreat Kit by Judy Reeves, and I recommended that to you. You can go, oh, okay, well, I don't really need it this month, but I'm definitely going to put it down here so that I can remember to get it later on in the month, or as a reward, like at the end of the week. And that's where rewards come in. For me, books are my rewards, or movies, or dinner out, or socialising. It's really important to have that balance. And I know a lot of people in NaNoWriMo are like, yep, I have to stay up really late, I have to, say no to my friends. It's almost along the lines of that sort of sheltered artist kind of thing. And I know everybody's different, but I don't necessarily think you have to go to the extremes. I guess it's about balance, especially when you are writing a novel, even if you're doing it in 30 days. I do recommend at least taking yourself on an artist date every week, which I'll talk about much later on during the month. Definitely do that, and reward yourself in small ways. Usually for me it was coffee and tea and stuff like that, and chocolates and whatever. At the moment I can't reward myself with delicious coffee, and I can't have sugar. So for me it's definitely going to be like, taking 20 minutes out of my day to reward myself with a chapter of my book, or have a nice dinner with my partner, or dance around on my yoga mat listening to music for 10 minutes a day. It's really just getting out, going for a walk. Those to me are rewards as well, because you're not sitting at your computer all the time, and I think it's really important to do that when you are working and studying as well. So you can put anything in that box there. I will be giving out links and book recommendations and prompts and all kinds of things that you'll probably want to keep note of, write down, or maybe investigate during your time off from writing. So definitely, I just had fruit. Definitely do that. And then we've got the two ones at the top, which I already went over, music, which is pretty self-explanatory. You're putting in the music that you like. And then there's outlining. So for outlining, I put in mine brainstorming, plot notes, and characters. So you just really need to make note of a couple of things in outlining. You could talk about, the links that you found, tips that you find interesting about outlining. And this is primarily before nano planning, but you can also do it at the end of each week or the start of each week, how you're going to go along with your novel, where it's going as well. Just a few notes as well, and then they can just be Kickstarters. Really, this system, this wheel system, is a Kickstarter. It is a prompt in itself. That is why I created it, because it is a variety of different prompts that you could utilize to kickstart and motivate you and to really drive you. And outlining is one of them. You could, you could just pretty much do anything with outlining. Like plotting, outlining is pretty self-explanatory. Characters, you could say, today I want to work on this character and this is how I'm going to do it. Or, it's about making notes and using the system to make notes and to write. Now, one thing I really find really interesting is that if you take, say, you take the prompt section. And you take a prompt section, and today you write about a dictionary or something like that. By taking 10 minutes out of your day to write in this box and to write about what's in the box, you're already kickstarting your writing as well. And I definitely think it's a really great thing to do at the start of the day and to plan at the end of the night. Anything you found and cultivate. And you can do this, day in, day out. You can actually attach things to it. you could just put a little memo in a notebook. You could just draw this and put it in a notebook, and then color code. Use it's a color code system, and use that in your notebook as well. I might even do an example on that later on, how I've utilized it for the first week. And yeah, so I've put down here, use it, adapt, and shape it. So shape it to your style. And really that's what I'm just using it for. 30 days of the Wheel of Writing. So yeah. And is there anything else I really need to tell you guys? Oh yeah, music. You know, write down your favorite music list. Ambient, soundtracks, anything else that I've missed around here? I don't think so. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Those are just some key areas that you could use. And again, use the focus sessions. Use today as, if you do nothing else, at least use it today to write down where you want to go on your novel and how you think you might get there. And the beauty is, if you've got a roadmap, you don't have to follow it. It's like life. You don't have to follow the roadmap that you set yourself out. You're going to change. You're going to be flexible. You're going to be inspired. Even the people who are pantsers can still use just the today focus point to get them through each day, or each scene, or wherever they're at with their novel. So hopefully this actually helps you guys. I know it's a bit of a repeat, really, if you have watched my channel and you know the system. But I'm always tweaking it, always finding different ways to use the system, and it's, like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory. But it's really good to share that style with you guys, because I think it's important if you come up with an idea to share that idea. And I'm really happy with the system, and yeah, so it could be even tweaked before the end of the month. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall talk to you guys later. Bye.